Hey, welcome back, knife nerds and everyday gear people. It's your boy, the Big Canucker, and coming at you with a video here. She's a little bit of a fix-it video, and I guess a little bit of a testament here too as well to my man. I'm a Spyderco Spidey nut. I'm a big old fanboy, and you know what? They have not disappointed once again. Now I ended up purchasing this Mannix 2 here used, and it came without a screw too as well. It was missing one of the body screws, and so I ended up phoning Spyderco, or actually I just sent them an email and just said, hey, I'm looking for this body screw as well as one of the screws from my Endura came out, and I wanted to replace those screws, even if I had to buy them. You know, it wasn't the end of the world for me. This one came out, and in the meantime, also on this clip. Now, this one didn't come out. I actually grabbed a screw there to put it inside there because this screw was gone too as well. So I was missing a body screw and I was missing a clip screw. And I thought, well, I'll just put two Mannix screws in there, and this will still hold extremely well on both ones until I can get the new screws. And lo and behold, the Spyderco folks here, they did send us some hardware for the Endura, hardware for the Mannix 2, and G10 hardware, Mannix 2 body screw, all at no charge. And the shipping was on them too as well. So I gotta say thank you so much, Spyderco. I appreciate it very, very much. Their warranty department has looked after me a couple of times, and they've gone above and beyond and done an extremely good job. Now, they did, so they sent me. So it looks like here we've got the screws there, we've got the body screw there, and we've got another clip screw here too as well. So there's four of them. So now they're saying to please Loctite. And of course, they sent along some blue Loctite. And I'm not going to use this blue Loctite. Now, blue Loctite, or thread locker, as what it's called, because I actually sell, I work for a company called Worth Canada, and we sell our own thread locker, which I believe is far superior than the Loctite brand thread locker. For one, the thread locker on the Loctite is very, very watery, and most of it hits the floor, whereas our stuff is quite a bit thicker, and our delivery system is quite a bit nicer. Now, I am not going to actually use a blue thread locker. I'm actually going to use a purple thread locker. Now, this particular one here happens to be called hydraulic sealant, but it is the exact same thing as what's called a low strength thread locker. And you can tell the difference is that it's purple. Okay, so now the purple here, as you can see here, there you can see that it is a dark, dark purple. And you can see how thick this is. It's not going to run and hit the floor. And what I like about this low strength stuff is that if you're continually cleaning your knives, and you're disassembling often, even with the blue thread locker, sometimes you can get on there a little bit too much, and it will, the chances of stripping out your hardware are increased more. And I mean, especially even if you've got red thread locker in there. So that's the other one. You've got purple, which is low strength. You've got blue, which is medium. And then you've got red, which is the high strength. And unless that thing is going to be welded forever, you're never going to touch it. Don't ever use red thread locker because it is a pain in the ass to get out. Yeah, basically what you need to do is either use, say, a hair dryer or a heat gun and try to localize the heat, or a soldering pencil that you basically stick on the bolt, and you just heat up that bolt or that screw to melt that thread locker, and then it comes out. Heat is about the only way you can really get that thread locker out. So this here is going to be probably just put away. If I ever need it, I'll use it. Other than that, I'm going to be using the purple thread locker. And so basically what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly kind of go over these and just add a screw in there with some thread locker, another one there, another one there. Nothing going to be super fancy. I just kind of wanted to, more or less talk about the purple thread locker, the low strength thread locker. Great for vibrations. Fantastic. You know, if you've got the purple thread locker in here, it's never going to go anywhere. but the chance of stripping your hardware are virtually nil. And I mean, the purple thread locker, you don't need to have the Worth brand. You can buy the Loctite brand. I know that they make a purple. I was actually watching or looking online there the other day, and they've got purple, blue, red for the high strength. They've also got an orange, which is a hybrid, and then they've got a red, which is a high heat too as well. So all of that kind of stuff. So all right. So the other thing I'm going to do here is let's have a look at these. And so, of course, I've got my Wera screwdrivers, which are fantastic screwdrivers. If you're looking for a set of screwdrivers, these Weras are, they're very, very good. I've not stripped out a screw since I've had them. They've done that well. And so, lots of times what I end up doing is I put the screw just on top of there. These aren't magnetic. They will fall if you need to. But I actually should, one of these days I'll get up my little magnetizer and demagnetizer. Might make things a little bit handier, but they've got such a good positive lock that most of the time they'll stay there. And then what I end up doing is I open up and close my little my thread locker dispenser, and it always puts a little bit of a bubble on top. And it just allows me to that little bubble on top to apply my thread locker and then put it inside the dropping stuff here like crazy. There we go. It just allows me to, oh my goodness, I am such a fumble fingers this morning. All right, here we go. 7th time's a charm. A little bit of thread locker on there, and oh, hey, would you look at that? Yeah, Mannix 2 is awesome in there. Yeah, whoever used this before has really torqued these down there, and they've kind of distorted them a little bit, but there we go. She is centered, and yes, this is a tank. I am so reminded of all the time that this is a tank by the fella I bought it from out of Saskatchewan, which is close to Moose Jaw and Swift Current or Speedy Creek. But yes, Mannix 2 with the Flytanium scales on it, and the Flytanium deep carry clip. And oh damn, I miss having my my Spyderco, because I'm still in my Victoria month. So I'll put that away. Speaking of my Victorinox month, I'm actually carrying today my Swiss Champ, which is a fantastic little knife and does not seem to be too big to front pocket carry. It's you know, and it is extremely handy. So okay, so that's what I'm carrying today. Okay, so what's the next thing we're going to do is going to add a little bit more thread locker. There we go. Look at that. Just put it to the top and she's ready to rock. So we will add, so the C101 and the C10, which is what? All right. C10 is hardware for the Endura. 101 is the hardware for the Mannix 2. So, what the hell did I just say there? C10. Got these backwards. So there we go. So that's like that. So we're just going to add one more screw in there, and we're going to use the M6, which is the perfect size for our little Endura screws. So I'm going to actually keep these screws too in handy, just in a little case, because you never know if something else drops out. You'll need a little bit more. You never know when you're going to need a screw, right there, fellas or ladies. I can't discount them ladies. All right. So once again, just a little little dabble do ya. Put that in there. Oh, it's like it was made for it. Tighten them up. Tighten them up. Oh, Bob's your uncle. All right, so let's, so there's the Endura screw, which, man, I sure like the ZDP 189. So this is actually when I was working, before my injury, I ended up picking up this knife, this Endura 189, or Endura with the ZDP, because I wanted something that was close to 4 inches long, and I wanted something that was thin blade to cut cardboard, and something with great edge retention that would cut cardboard all day long. And this thing fit the bill. If you're looking for a work knife, hey, you can't go wrong with this Endura. This FRN bidirectional handle, man, oh man, if you're working in a Vaseline factory, this FRN is fantastic. The way the grip is on it, it's extremely smooth, very, very tough. And the ZDP 189 is a fantastic steel. If you're working in a saltwater environment, it might not be the best place, because the ZDP 189 is not a super stainless steel, but it's got edge retention all day long. It's very, very tough. And as you can see that I've taken and I've put about a 15-degree edge on there, 30-degree inclusive, because I really wanted to be able to cut through that cardboard. And I got to say, this thing is a lightsaber like you would not believe. So Endura is all fixed up with the purple thread locker ready to rock. We'll put that aside, and then we will zap in one more screw for the Mannix 2, which is actually, this hardware here was actually for this Mannix, but because I rubbed a screw, I'm just going to put it back into this one here. And one of these days I will, once I'm back to carrying more knives than just the Victorinox, I think I'm going to give a little bit of a difference between these two here, the Mannix 2 and the Mannix 2 XL. This was one of my first knives, not this one in particular, this Mannix 2. The very first Mannix 2 I had was the black with the black DLC coated blade, and I ended up losing it in Calgary, and I was so heartbroken. But the only good thing that came out of losing that knife is my wife felt extremely sorry for me. So she decided to give me a little bit of a treat, and she asked me that she would buy me any knife I wanted, and I ended up picking up a Chris Reeves Umnumzon. And she just about pooped herself when she saw how much that thing cost, but she had promised, and my wife is a fantastic woman for doing that. Okay, so let's zap this on here. This one here is actually a T8 screw. And we'll just give that a little bit of purple thread locker so she's not going to go anywhere. And then we'll zap it inside there. And there we go. And Bob's your uncle. She's in there. No problem. No problem, man. So that's all fixed up. Now, when I do actually give these knives a little bit of a tune-up like that, lots of times what I like to do is I like to give them just part of my own maintenance ritual is this EDCI formula. Now they say rub on, spray on, rub in, wipe off, and it is supposed to be a formula that's going to prevent, say, this rust and stuff from, or this ZDP 189 from rusting and stuff like that. I gotta tell you, and it's been my experience that this stuff doesn't hang around as much as I think it should. You know, there's people out there who've got like frog lube and stuff like that, but I've put this on, so they say my Spyderco K2 that's got this 10V blade on it, and I have noticed that there have been some corrosion happening. It's, you know, I don't know. But it is a decent cleaner, and it seems like it does okay cleaning, but that's what they say. They say you take it and you rub it in like that, and I can't really tell that there's anything been left behind. To my experience, it's not. Now, the one thing I am going to do here, though, on a few of these blades, is I'm going to, my wife actually works at a Toyota dealership, and she runs the detail department. And she has this ceramic coating for automotive body finishes. And I'm actually going to get some of it. It's a little tiny bit, little dab will do ya. And I'm going to put it on some of these blades, and I want to see if it will create a little bit of a coating to stop things from rusting and just make it easier to clean. Because, you know, when you get tape residue and stuff on top of your blades, I hate that with a passion. And if I could put a little bit of a coating on there, and it makes it easier to clean, and it prevents rust or any sort of blade tarnishing, hey, why wouldn't I do it? And the other thing is, if it's the ceramic coating is such a hard coating, I don't think it's coming off. So hey, I'm not going to say it is extremely food safe or anything, but it may not be coming off and rubbing off onto your food like a coating, like say like this for instance, that's not rock hard or anything like that. And you can see here, it looks like it is kind of this CPM S30V blade here that I ended up picking up. It looks like it's been discolored a little bit, so I'm not sure exactly what he was cutting, because it does not look the same as there. Like, you can see that it's got a little bit more of a matte finish. Now I know that the fellow told me that he was into kind of heat anodizing, and with his Flytanium scales, they're usually more of a gray too as well. And he told me he was heat anodizing these scales, so that's why they've got the purple hue. And hey, now with this Aegis EDC formula, if you guys have had really good luck with it, and you can tell me that maybe I'm doing something wrong here, leave it in the description. Let me know. I would love to know if I'm doing something wrong and I'm not giving this product its due, then hey, I don't have no problems admitting when I'm wrong. You know what? My wife tells me all the time. I'm quite used to it, so no problem, man. All right, so 3 of them ready to rock. Now, as soon as January comes, I'm going to throw these back in the rotation, and because I damn well miss fidgeting. Oh, that rocket's out there like crazy. Look at that one too. This one's here is a little tougher, and even the lock back here, the mid lock backs, I still have lots of fun with fidgeting around. Oh, I have myself a little bit of a fix here. All right, so now if you like what you saw, please give me the thumbs up, as well as subscribing to my channel. Trying to hit 1,000, because I'd love to have some live interaction here with you folks. And you have to have 1,000 subscribers to go live here on YouTube, and hopefully I can hit it, as well as I'd like to monetize my channel. You know what? There's no shame in saying that. This is an expensive hobby, and if I can help, hey, if I can help get some help paying for this stuff, all the more better I can bring you guys more and better content. All right. Once again, thanks so much. Please stay safe out there. Please keep your stick on the ice, the shiny side up. This is the Big Canucker saying adios.